Once upon a time, in the hilariously dysfunctional kingdom of Nod, lived a legendary figure. A man so committed to micromanaging misery that he could kill morale just by walking into a room. We called him Master Micromanaging Mope, or MMM, for short, and believe me, he lived up to the name. At the time, I worked as a program manager, responsible for overseeing budget allocations and managing supplies. This wasn't just a light-duty ordering job. I was handling thousands of dollars worth of materials. That meant ordering, receiving, stocking, documenting, and ensuring that everything was accounted for to the cent. The protocols were already intense. I had to get 3 different quotes for every purchase. Every receipt had to be copied and sent to 4 different departments. Every step had to be documented and filed, painfully slow, meticulously detailed, but it worked. I made very few mistakes, and the system ran as smoothly as it possibly could. Then, he arrived, Master Micromanaging Mope. The man came in pounding. Fists, puffing chests, and barking orders like a budget-crazed bulldog. He demanded control over every single decision. Didn't matter how small, didn't matter how redundant. If it cost company money, even $1.49, it had to go through him. He wanted to personally approve every stapler, every ink cartridge, and yes, every pen. I tried to reason with him, showed him the approval process that was already in place. I explained how 4 departments already signed off on everything. I laid out the documentation flow that was already airtight, but that wasn't good enough. He pounded his fist on the table again and said, "Accountability starts with me." When I knew I had a decision to make, I could get angry. I could fight him, or I could get creative, so I did. I sent him an email. "Hi, MMM. I need about an hour of your time to discuss pens." That's it. It's just pens. He called me in, smugly expecting a quick approval process. Instead, I showed up with a notepad and a very serious face. "All right," I said. "Let's talk pens. Should I order 100 black pens or 101? What do you think?" He blinked. "What?" I continued, completely straight-faced. "See, there are multiple tip sizes. 0.5 millimeter, 0.7, 1.0. I figured you'd want to decide. Also, ballpoint or gel, retractable or capped. I have samples printed for each option." His face twitched. I wasn't even close to done. "What about colors? Do we want a standard black and blue combo? Or do we need red pens for corrections? Maybe a few green pens for variety? What about multicolor pens? You know, the ones with the clicky tabs?" 30 minutes in, we're still talking about pens. Then I moved on to markers. Fine tip, chisel tip, permanent or washable. Should I get the ones that smell like fruit or unscented? What do you think? He was visibly aging. After nearly 2 hours of this, I stood up and cheerfully said, "Great. So I'll see you tomorrow to discuss paper." He looked stunned. "Paper?" I smiled. "Yeah. 8.5 by 11. Cardstock, legal size, A4. And we'll need to talk quantity. Also, printer ink. That's a separate meeting, probably." His soul began to visibly leave his body, and once we finished paper, I added, "We can start going over storage boxes. Plastic or cardboard. Labeled or unlabeled. Stackable or collapsible." That's when it happened. He leaned back in his chair, dropped his pen, and groaned like a man defeated by bureaucracy. Just F asterisk 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 ing by what you need," he said. "Just give me a copy of the receipts. Get out of here." I nodded, completely calm. "Done. See you." And just like that, I was free. It's no more micromanaging. It's no more chest-thumping budget patrol. He never questioned a single supply order again. The best part? Followed his rules exactly. He asked for total oversight, and I gave him oversight. One tiny, soul-crushing detail at a time, and that, my friends, is how you use pens to write. Your way to victory.